on the Move. My name is Melesiana Perry Chibwe. On this episode of the program, we are discussing women and agriculture. What is the role of women in the agricultural sector? Are they receiving the needed support to grow? These are some of the questions to be answered by the panel. We are joined in studio by an economist from Ministry of Agriculture, Mr. Justin Chonka. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
We are also joined by Zambia Alliance of Women, represented by Programs Manager Caesar Tatevi. Welcome to the program. I'll start with you, Zambia Alliance of Women. Just give us your thoughts on the role of women in the agricultural sector.
Yeah, good question. Thank you very much. We, as an alliance, have been working with women for over the past 42 years. And the scenario on the ground is that 40% of the agriculture-related labor is being provided by women. And when you look at critically, is that most of the food that we are consuming, which are between 60 and 40%, I mean 60 and 90%, the food that we are consuming is being produced by women. And the bulk of these are smallholder farmers. And for us, as an alliance, we are mindful of the fact that because of that scenario, we can only be able to actualize and ensure that a number of women participate within the sector only by way of ensuring that, one, we promote women's land rights, because this is a valuable asset that women should have, not only in terms of access but also control. And it's imperative from that background that women's land rights is something that we should champion as an organization, purely because we know that this is an asset that can bring about development in the lives of women, bring the change that is desired in terms of reducing gender-based violence, because when an empowered woman has an asset called land, believe me, the sky is the limit, purely because the food security at household level will be attained. And also when you look at it critically, you will see that even issues to do with malnutrition will be reduced, because the woman would have produced much of the food that is needed at household level. We'll be talking about food security at household level.
Having said that, much of the food is being produced by women. What are some of the challenges that women in agriculture are facing?
One of the biggest challenges that women are facing when it comes to agriculture is issues to do with patriarchy. Land as an asset, which sits on mostly in traditional settings, the bulk of our population are in rural areas. When you look at the pre-independence statistics, 94% of our land is seated under customary tenure, and 6 is seated under leasehold. And this is pure, and these are pre-independence statistics that I'm giving. But the fact that patriarchy dominate as a role to play in terms of actualizing women's access to land, we need to deal with that barrier that is there, because if a woman does not have land, even the sort of production that will be the woman will be able to do at household level, they cannot be able to do so much.
Briefly explain to us if there is an overall program to do with women and agriculture under the ministry.
Thank you, Melisian. I think I might start with what my colleague has already alluded to, the fact that women's contribution in the agriculture sector is so enormous. In fact, I think going by the statistics that he alluded to, our statistics actually reveal that women contribute about 7% of the labor that goes into the agriculture sector. And this is one sector that engages nearly, according to our statistics, nearly half the population. They are all engaged in the agriculture sector for that reason. But coming now specifically to women, their role actually in the agriculture sector has been appreciated. And the government now is doing a number of programs that basically have to do with women's empowerment in the agriculture sector. There was an area which was alluded to about women's empowerment, I think, is in terms of land. We did a study basically to ascertain to the extent to which women have less access to land. And our assessment has actually reviewed to agree to that very fact that women's access in terms of land is still very low. And one of the critical factors that basically is attributed to that is the factor which has been actually highlighted, which is ensure that women who can also have power, they should not only have access to, but they should have also got the control. Well, I mean, in terms of access, so with their husbands and their relatives, they can access land. But how much control do they have that they can also make their own decisions to make use of those pieces of land, considering the fact that they are the major contributors of labor. So there is that kind of programs that are going through. With other programs which are government initiated, there are quite a number. I think one of the first recognition that is to empower women with the knowledge. I think government has an ongoing program to train women through the extension program. This is being conducted by government extension officers throughout the whole country, and it's been given to the farmers, not necessarily just women, but all people that are engaged in the farming activities. They're actually accessing this kind of training through organized farmer groups. This is basically to ensure that all those that have interest to acquire knowledge in the agriculture sector should be able to come together. One, as they come together, they're able to share their experiences. Then as they come together, it's also easier for government to meet a large group and also disseminate their knowledge. So this is one of the programs that is going on. I think you might also, you might wish to know that government is also providing input support to the farmers. And the largest beneficiary under this particular program, which is the Farmer Input Support Program, 51% of them, according to our statistics, are women.
How are women benefiting from these interventions that the Ministry of Agriculture has put in place? How are they fitting in as women?
I must say and take cognizance of the fact that Zambia Alliance of Women had a very good working relationship with the Ministry of Agriculture in project areas where we're operating in, for example, in the case of Shuyunji, Mumbwa, Kafiwa, and Chilanga, and they've been very supportive. So when you look at it critically, you will see that it requires a lot of, we need to continue to bring about enabling environment for our extension officers to interact with our farmers, purely because we know that there are challenges. Government is also facing some challenges in terms of financing to have all these agricultural extension officers readily available to for our farmers. Because when you look at the ratios, for example, one extension officer will have to provide services to about 1,000 farmers. So literally already that you know that is they are a bit constrained. But for example, that we were in Chibuyunji and Mumbwa, one of the things that we saw was the limitation in terms of the extension officers and camp extension officers being readily available purely because of the challenges that they are facing in terms of financing. But of course, we are mindful and cognizant of the fact that we need to play that enabling, and we need to have that collaboration between ourselves as civil society organization and government, so that together we can be able to ensure that these services that are needed by our farmers can be provided to them. Because we know that at the end of the day, it's the trickle-down effects will all be felt by all of us as players. We know that, for example, the challenges that are around Farmer Input Support Program, one of the things that we're doing as Zambia Alliance of Women, that contribution that is required, the 400 quota that is required for a farmer to qualify to FISI, some of them cannot even afford to pay that 400 quota. So what are we doing as Zambia Alliance of Women? We provide income-generating programs in terms of, we're just providing them with livestock in terms of goats, chickens, and so on and so forth. That is the only way at the household level where they can be able to grow those livestock, for them to be able to raise that kind of money to qualify to the Farmer Input Support Program. Because we know that government alone cannot be able to manage.
You're still watching Women on the Move, and today's episode we are discussing women and agriculture. We now take you on location as we meet hardworking women contributing to the nation's food basket.
Like flowers, cut flowers, plants, and so forth. So, why do we do this? We do this because you know that a woman in a home is the most important. I would call her as